Fed swaps show 75 basis point rate hike is fully priced in after CPI. The CPI came in on Tuesday and it came in a little bit hotter than expected, and the Dow Jones dropped almost 1,300 points, the biggest drop since February 2020 pre-pandemic, in the pandemic era. Retail sales unexpectedly rise after drop in prior month. The drop actually, it was a revision that came in and showed that the retail sales came in lower than it was reported, and then this month actually rose. And a comment from FTMOFX says, overall good, now buy USD. 100 basis point rate hike is on the table for the upcoming FOMC. And another comment from FX Sports says, sales going up in the face of inflation? Why is that? And the answer is stagflation coming to U.S. state in 2023. And in other news, India's richest man surpasses Bezos as world's second richest person. This guy is a loser. You know why? Because second place is the first loser. You know what? People say you're a loser because you only have 48 subscribers. And you know what I tell them? I'm going for quality, not quantity. Hey ForexMilitia, this is Parsival, and I was joking about the guy and the second richest person. He's not a loser. He's got $146.9 billion. That guy is, by financial standards, he's a huge success. So, just joking in the preview. All right, so now let's get to the calendar. This is the week of the 19th to the 23rd, and we are going over last week's calendar, which has the CPI in it, and the from the US we have the CPI from the pound. Now, as you can see, the CPI, the core CPI, came in hotter than expected. It was supposed to be -1 and 3. It came in hotter. The core retail sales came in at -1.5, which is actually better than what they expected. I'm sorry, that's the Empire State Manufacturing Index. This over here came in at -3, but there was a revision last month that was 0. It was at -4. It came to basically 0. So that's an improvement, right? Okay. Revised from, okay, it was up. It got revised down. I'm sorry. And so that basically is pretty interesting. And customer sentiment was actually pretty it almost hit the forecast. It came in pretty close. So going on to this week, we have the RBZ, we have the monetary policy minutes from the Aussie, the CAD CPI, alright, and then on Wednesday we have the big news, which is right now already priced in as a 75 point basis rate hike. Who knows, because of what happened last week, the CPI came in hot. That might make it 1 full point, and if that happens, the market will most likely tank again because they're already priced in the 75 point rate hike already. All right, and then we have the Swissy with their monetary policy on Thursday, and then on Friday we have flash PMI, and PMI is coming in from pretty much Europe and Britain. All right, and then Fed Chair Powell speaks at 2 p.m. on Friday. Okay, so you got a lot of hot news coming in, especially in the latter part of the week. And so with that, let's get to the charts and see what we can see. Let's just check out those setups. Starting out here on the dollar, and as usual, I will put the CFTC, I'll put the COT report over here, and in the corner, in the bottom left corner. And this is bullish. It's going to stay bullish. It has not broken this trend line. It is going to stay bullish, and COT has it long. On the USD 30, it is short, and as you can see on the COT report, it is still short, right? And we are going to look for this to basically fall into this wedge, to the bottom part of this wedge, and we'll see if it tests or if it breaks out of that wedge to go lower. I am looking for price to definitely fall much lower. I guess it depends on what happens with the FOMC, if they raise 75 or one full point. All right, and then on gold here, gold is basically trading down. It actually had a breakout of the lowest level since way back here in February of 2021, and it's a breakout, and we're looking to go lower, probably down to this 1550. All right, down here. All right, and that's a break lower. On Bitcoin is slightly long, but I have an article that I did want to show you about the merge of Ethereum. Right, it went from proof of work to proof of stake. And so the basic idea of proof of work and proof of stake, what are the major consensus mechanisms? What is the difference actually? Okay, and so what it is proof of work, first pioneered by Bitcoin, uses mining to achieve those goals, right, of creating new tokens and adding them to the blockchains and verifying transactions, right? But proof of stake, which is employed by Cardano and Ethereum 2, the Ethereum 2 blockchain and others, use staking to achieve the same things. So basically, staking is when somebody basically buys a collection of a large portion of coins or tokens, and they basically they put their tokens on loan to the blockchain to be loaned out and to be used by other people to verify transactions, to create new coins, and adding more to the blockchain. So that's basically how that basically works. All right. So let's go back to the charts. And as you can see, once again, Bitcoin is slightly long, but this is looking very, very bullish. If the market basically falls, it is going to fall with it. Now, something over here on oil that I saw, there was a large addition to the longs on oil. So that looks scary, and that basically looks like that the oil is going to rally sometime into these next 2 months. They are looking for this to go long. It has basically hit a support line right here. You got a little wick here, and so it looks like this actually is going to trend higher. So I am looking for oil to go long. Over here on the loonie, it has broken out of this wedge. It is going higher with the dollar. The dollar is still the dollar's king, and as you can see here on my QQE, it is bullish. It is above my 250 line and above this 50 line on the weekly. So it's looking very, very bullish. On the euro has fallen down to a low, and now we're seeing divergence. This, when the QQE line is above this signal line, and it's actually falling like this is a signal of some definite divergence. So I am going to be looking for the euro to actually gain against the dollar in this next week, and most likely it'll probably get up to this area here where this monthly support line, resistance line is at, and then after that rallying, after that relief rally, it's going to continue to fall. All right, and on the pound has hit a new low. Since 1992, it hasn't been this low. There is an article that I will put that in the description that you can see, and that you can actually take a look at. Actually, I'll put both articles in the description so you can take a look at them both. And this right here is at its lowest point. So we also have the same type of divergence happening here on the pound, signaling that there is somewhere in the future a reversal coming. And so with that, I will say knowledge is power, be power hungry, and power to the people. And then if once again, like, comment, and subscribe, and leave me any questions. Subscribe if you like this content. Ring that bell to be notified when I post new content. And so this is Parsival signing out.